MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 3 of the American League Division Series between the Vulcans and the Roadrunners. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
And you got to figure here in a 5-game series, the odds are long for coming back when you're down 2-0. But hey, it's not impossible. It's been done before, but you can bet the other guys are hungry to end this thing right here and now to give themselves a couple of days off before the next series. This should be a good one.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Chris Dixon is on the mound, and he'll look to wrap up this division series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard soft, you can go in and out, and anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Striding in, Brian Ryu, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Now here it comes.
Brian Ryu.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
7-0-7.
A ball and a strike.
1-1.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Smoke on the ground up the middle. And this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So now to the plate, Abdul Gobak, as he'll take a look at ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering at that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
Andrews moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Dero, tell us about this lineup as they try to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today, and they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there.
And he's into second safely with a stolen base. So he swipes second successfully, but you have to wonder now if that might actually end up taking the bat out of the hands of one of their better hitters.
Well, that's a good point, Matt, but I'd be a little surprised if that's the case. It's still early and the game is tied, so that would be a pretty cautious move to pitch around in here or just walk him flat out.
Andrews will range to his left as he cracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
The third baseman, Eric.
First offering on its way. And a sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back. Ryu stands at second with 2 gone. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
The designated hitter.
To the plate now, Curly G. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. And they're runners at the corners now. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. And it's fouled away. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long, scrambling pitch after pitch, making this guy work out on the mound.
Out of the stretch, the 3-2 home. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down and the inning is over. Brett Lear will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're getting a look at a real competitive pitcher here. Career ERA in the low 3s, and that's not an easy thing to do in the day and age of small ballparks and guys swinging for the fences. Rock-solid pitcher, does a lot of things well, and it'll be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
Popped him up. Rizzuto moving to his left. 1 out. Chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Dero, what's your take on this lineup as they look to lock up the division series?
Matty, this lineup's got to be willing to adjust. They cannot stay staunch and try and pull everything, or there will be a ton of ground ball and weak fly ball contact. They have to be willing to use line to line to get this done today.
First pitch of the at-bat. One out, nobody on. And there's ball 1.
That's a ball.
1-1 is a cutter that misses 2-1. Shin high fastball that time, ball 3.
They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
Weak grounder down the line at third. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash. And with 2 away now, we give you another glance at our up-to-the-minute playoff bracket. And here in this Game 3 of the division series, the big question is, will we see a sweep? Here's the first pitch to him. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. McKay, the native of Indiana, the Hoosier State. He's a 17-year big league vet, so I think you could say he's just about seen it all.
Yeah, Matty, no kidding right there. I'll tell you what, the grind to get to the big leagues is so hard. Guys just want to spend a month, a day in the big leagues. So to put yourself here for 12 years screams to your ability to adjust and be a great teammate.
That's shortstop, David.
Standing in now, David Trimple. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His first homer so far in the series, as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
That's how the manager drew it up right there. Hold the visiting team scoreless and then grab a huge home run in the first.
Foul off to the left and out of play. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. 1 pitch. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone. Sent on the ground out to second. He's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. We'll head to the top of the second. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Stepping into the box, Cade Superbone. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Superbone has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, there's no denying it. We've seen him deliver in big moments repeatedly throughout his career. It just seems he elevates his game somehow when the pressure is on.
Yeah, Matty, he has definitely put that debate to rest. He has absolute ice water in his veins.
2-1 the count. Now here's the pitch. Got him to go after a bad one there, and it evens the count at 2-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Back up the middle, and this will find its way into center field for a leadoff single.
A nice leadoff single to start the second right there. They're already down. They got to find a way to stay on the attack and get back in this game. We'll see how they play it here.
Stepping in now, Frank Rizzuto, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Fouled away.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2.
Now you can tell right there that curveball had some serious depth to it. That's what separates the good ones from the bad ones. That nasty spin rate, get that downward action. You even get a star player like this swinging at something in the dirt.
The 1-2. Right side. And that's by him into right field for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here with that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch, and the guy shoots one to the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times, somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately, not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. One 0 count. Here it is. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Now the 2-0 home. Sliced hard on the ground. Reined in. A bare hand for 1. On to first, the double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
plate now, Saul Rosenberg. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the belt, kicks and deals. Turned on down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 2 outs here with a runner at third. A bouncer up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Now in the box, Jason Murphy, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Hit on the ground to short. And that's out number 1.
Batting second, the right fielder, Julius Grady.
So stepping in, Julius Grady. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball 1, well below the zone. Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike.
That's a tough pitch for a batter. If you're not expecting it, you'll end up with half a bat after you swing.
Ball 2 as the breaking ball misses inside. Swings through it for strike number 2. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The next 3-2. Back up the middle. And that will find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Most guys assume they're getting a 3-2 fastball in that count right there, guys. If he was able to keep his hands back, keep his nose in there, and battle for a knock.
At the plate, Alonzo Price. So take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. A ball and a strike.
Count 21.
Runners on first with 1 down. A swing and a hard hit grounder, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Working for the punch out and the offering.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
Throw over to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Payoff pitch home. And that gets him on the mound. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. So striding in, Tony Rossi, runner in scoring position with two gone. First delivery to him on the way. Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball one. Two out here and a runner at second. Pitch in the dirt, and that gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
As a former pitcher, I can tell you sometimes you're just going to have games that get away from you. He's been struggling all outing long, and that wild pitch puts a little salt into the wound. He just hasn't had it in this one.
Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
Now the 2-1.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
The 3-1. Men on third with two down. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Pitch one more time, and he takes ball four. So a good job out of the 9-hole and getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Well, some might say a walk there is okay because you've got first base open, but he's been struggling out there. And if you're going to work around hitters, you don't want to work around hitters in the bottom of the lineup.
Digging in, John Joyner. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. From the stretch. 1-0. The 1-0. High and deep down the left field line. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. The 1-1. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2. Swing and a liner. Foul.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
Another 1-2 delivery. And he lays off it to even the count 2 and 2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Hit on the ground out to short. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Top of the third set to get underway, and set to go is the second baseman, Ryan Ryu. First pitch coming, here it is. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
1-1.
Two and one. Hit on the ground to short. Scooped up. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Now batting, number 8.
Digging in to try it again. Abdul Gobak 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit down the line at first. He's got it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ryan Stokes.
Digging in, Brian Stokes. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
The 0-1 delivery. A dive, and he knocks it down. And the recovery will not be in time at first, and the inning will continue following the infield single. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Eric Rowe. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the two-out single.
Yeah, that hit might not amount to much, but anytime he could extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
First offering on its way.
Hey, a two-out single isn't all that bad, but it can be when you've got this part of the lineup coming up.
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Hey, guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
Into the box now, Curly G. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball one. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now the 1-0 is at the knees and inside, but called a strike. Two down, runners at first and second. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. At the plate, Robert Andrews. He got on top of one and was a ground down victim last time. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is taken outside for ball one. Hit hard on the ground is short. Reined in. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
The first baseman, number 2, Mudville.
Now at the plate, Brooks McKay. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch of the at-bat. A high fastball is in there.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Here's a swing, and oh man! Way out of here. So a solo shot down the line in left. His first homer here in the series, as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
People always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
In now, David Crinkle. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And he fouls this one off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Oh. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Well hit to right, but a foul ball.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Here now the 2-2. Bat explodes as this is popped up, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put-away stuff.
Here's another 2-2. Fouled off. And now this will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
To the plate now, Raymond Buxton. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Strike two.
Down 0-2. Maybe simplify the game plan right here. Get on the heater, even though he has 5 weapons to go to.
Now the pitch. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. So 1 run here on 1 hit, which was the home run. No errors and no one left. Game 3 moves forward to the 4th inning now. Mobile is out in front here, 3-0. Stepping in, Cade Superbone. He singled his last time up.
The left fielder, Cade Superbone.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Good range shown off into the hole right there. That's not an easy play, but these guys make it look that way sometimes.
Digging in now, Frank Rizzuto. He reached on a single in his first try. Now the pitch. First pitch is a circle change for a called strike one. One out, nobody on. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
Now batting, right fielder, Charles Altman.
Into the box now, Charles Altman. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First offering on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
Now the 3-0 offering. Taken, strike 1 outside corner. The 3-1 pitch. Fouled away. Two pitch. Catches the corner, got him looking. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and striding forward the designated hitter, Jason Murphy. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1.
Well, this next pitch is a big one. The last thing you want to do is give a free pass to a guy that can run like this. He's a real burner out there on the base paths.
Into the corner and slicing foul. The 3-2 pitch. Hit to first. He's got it. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The batter, the right fielder, Julius Grady.
So digging in now, Julius Grady. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ball 1 as that one didn't really threaten the inside corner. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Good time to call the change as he swings and misses for strike 2. Hit on the ground to short. Reined in. And that's the second out.
Now batter, number 55.
So coming to the plate, Alonzo Price comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Hit hard to the right side. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Here comes the first pitch. Grounded to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now back, second baseman, Brian.
Digging in once again, Brian Ryu. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Around second now and headed for third. Throw won't get him.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how manager's thinking. He's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring it home.
Abdul Dobak stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. And this one's on the inside corner, 1-1. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. A man at third with 1 away. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Hit out towards second. He's got it. Throw to the plate. And he is in there with their first run, and it's cut to 3-1 now. Stepping in, Ryan Stokes. As the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. And the first pitch sinker is over for strike one. And he lays off for ball one. And it's 1-2.
Can't come out of his game plan right here. He knows he's a known sinker baller. I know it was a four-seamer right there, but get back to that two-seam. It's what his MO is.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Now back, third baseman, Eric.
First delivery to him on the way. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one. There he goes. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not in time. He's in there at second. Well, that stolen base was about as bang-bang as they come, and his show track demonstrates to us right here it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now. 3-2. Curly G would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. The throw into second. The throw pulls him off the bag. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Swing and a ball sliced foul into the seats down the left field line. And another foul ball. Ready on 0-2. Still no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2. Here it is. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Andrews is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Last half of the 5th coming up. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and set to go is the third baseman, Tony Rossi.
Third baseman, Tony Rossi.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit high and deep to right center. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
The batter, number 1, second baseman.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go John Joyner. First pitch on its way. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. Throw not in time, and that'll go as a bunt single.
Now back.
In now, Robert Andrews, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. On its way is pitch number 75. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first.
When this thing left his bat, I started thinking they might have enough to get out of here. Didn't quite carry enough, but it does one-hop the wall off the track, and he cruises into second with an RBI 2-bagger. You'll take that every day of the week.
Standing in now, Brooks McKay, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Rosenberg backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, David Trinfel. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. We're through 5 innings here tonight. It's now 4-2. Leading off the inning, Cade, Super Bowl, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
I know this pitcher's trying to keep his pitch count down, but that's ridiculous right there. Pitch right down the middle. He's lucky he's getting this ball back.
He's 1 for 2 in this one. And that finds the target. 0-2 now. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
And when a guy starts leaving the curveball up, that's a sign he's beginning to tire a little bit out there. He's got to be able to get on top of that pitch, or he's going to start getting hurt.
Smoke toward third. Reined in. Throw on to first. In time. 1 away.
The right fielder, number 7. Charles Altman.
Now to the plate, Charles Altman. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. And there's out number 2.
The bat, number 9.
So striding forward now, Saul Rosenberg. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Popped him up. Joyner over to his left. And that ends the inning. Camille Ali enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. Striding into the box, Raymond Buxton.
Leading off for Mudville, the center fielder, Raymond Buxton.
Here comes the first pitch. Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike 1. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. Ali is known in part as a reliever with a clutch factor, perhaps. An escape artist is another way to put it. Regardless, he seems to be at his best when pressed up into difficult situations, which is kind of what you want out of a bullpen arm.
No doubt about it, Matty D. And I call a guy like this troubleshooters. Guys that you can bring into a game with runners in scoring position. They don't panic. They keep the game at a slow pace. And more importantly, they make good pitches to good hitters to get out of tough situations.
Couldn't get on top of that. A little pop-up to the right side. And there's your first out of the inning.
The batter, number 0. Designated hitter.
Striding forward now is the DH, Jason Murphy. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. The 0-1 on its way. Oh, and this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder. And that one is gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center. His first homer so far in the series. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
That swing has to feel good right there. If you look at the numbers, this guy does not give up many long balls. To take him deep in this spot certainly is huge.
Now batting, right fielder, Julius Grady.
Into the box, Julius Grady, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 0-1 pitch. Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Another 1-2.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
And look out as that one ran in and got him.
This is a perfect example of why the slider is such a great pitch and such a dangerous pitch, too. Sometimes it moves so much that you just lose control of it. This one runs way too far in, and the hitter is standing on first as a result.
From the belt, kicks and deals. He's able to take the ball the other way here. High and deep to right center. And that is off the wall. Grady isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. He'll score easily. And they lead now by 4. Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
Stepping in now, Tony Rossi, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now the 1-0. Short, hit hard. Scooped up. The throw will go to third. The tag, and they got him as he couldn't get back to second. So the lineup flips over and digging in, John Joyner. He's set. Here it comes. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. On to the leading off the inning, Brian Ryu, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. And that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
Yeah, Matty, I mean, the numbers don't lie. They've tagged him for 10 hits, including that last one, and he's having a hard time getting out of any trouble. They might be buying some time to let the relievers get a few more pitches in before they give him the hook.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Grounded back up the middle. And this will be a base hit into center. So the first two are aboard here to kick off the seventh.
Dan, if they're going to crack through, this has got to be the opportunity they've been looking for right here. They've had a ton of hits, a ton of people on base, but no one has been able to come up with that big knock.
Well, you know what, Buell, this pitch has kind of worked around trouble the entire time so far. Another inning brewing right here. Let's see if they can't get a big hit here right here and bust through in this one.
Now here comes the skipper out of the third base dugout, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. Tired a bit as he reached the seventh, but he's got a shot at the victory if his bullpen can help him out. Dean Ma comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7. First offering on its way. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. A ball and a strike now. None out, runners at first and second. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Andrews is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Eric Rowe.
Digging in and looking for more, Eric Rowe has got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Off the plate and away there, 1 ball, no strikes. Sinker on the inside, and that's a strike. Fouled off. Now a ball hit in the air to straightaway left. This is carrying well. Out of here. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, his first homer here in the series, and this will make things interesting at this point. It's now a 6-5 game. Into the box now, Curly G. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And he gets him to go after 1-0-2 as this is popped in the air toward the left side of the infield. Rossi is under it. 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 3, Cade.
Digging in, Cade, Super Bowl. He's set and the pitch. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1.
Bobby Cox always used to say, I'm going to put you in positions to be successful. Well, against the modern-day bullpen, easier said than done. These guys are throwing flames from all arm angles.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. That's off the end of the bat foul, and he might have been fortunate to stay alive that time. 3 runs already home here. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. But the big blow of the inning comes right here. Sammy Cox gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Last half of the 7th here, coming forward the veteran outfielder Robert Andrews. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a ground ball to third. And there's a base hit, so a chance for some insurance here to start out the home half of the 7th.
Turn and burn, baby. He smelled that heater coming inside right there. Didn't do too much damage with it, but was able to get the head out and drive it for an out.
At the plate now, Brooks McKay. This is chopped down the third baseline. On to first, and they get them both.
That's a great example there of why the sinker is such an effective pitch. The hitter's eyes see it higher in the zone than it ends up, and that makes it real tough to square up.
David Trimfel will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a two-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. And the throw is in time, and that will... Ready to begin the eighth, and that'll bring in the veteran. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Here's a strike with the breaking ball. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike two. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number one.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the eighth inning of a one-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. A one pitch on its way. Now a swing and a little soft liner to the left side. But this will be a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. You can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Just tied him up with that last pitch. Pretty evident by the swing. Sometimes guys get in that protect mode so much that they're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering at pitches that they can't possibly do anything with.
He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. Strike 2, swinging just out in front of the slider.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches, anything on the outer half of the plate is going to look a foot outside.
2 pitches fouled away. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Andrews will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Roadrunners lead this one 6-5. Bobby Jarvis is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Bobby Jarvis.
Settling in now, Raymond Buxton. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch on its way. Grounded down the third baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. The pitch. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And this is taken in for out number 1.
The batter, number 0.
At the plate now is the designated hitter, Jason Murphy. From the stretch. 0-2, here it comes. Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball. With this one almost in books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty D, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Slider swung on and grounded toward short. He's right there, and there are 2 away now. At the plate, Julius Grady. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
At the ball. Count 1-0.
2 out, nobody on. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Now the pitch.
0-2.
Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Stepping up now, Brian Ryu. They'll lead it off with his guys needing a 9th inning rally here if they're going to force a game 4. Here's the first pitch. The 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Grounded to third. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting, number 8.
At the plate, Abdul Gobak is 1 for 4 for the game. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch.
Count of 1-2. Nope, that goes down.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this gun in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at-bat.
Digging in the switch hitter, Brian Stokes. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Michael Newcomb gets the call here as he'll try and look for 1 out to finish this thing off. To the plate now, Eric Lowe, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. He's had a great game so far, and a triple would complete the cycle. That is fouled away, 1 ball and 1 strike. high in the air out to center field. And that's it. They're headed for the ALCS.
Well, they know their work is nowhere close to being finished, but they've handled their business so far, winning here to punch their ticket to the next round and a possible trip to the World Series. Well done.
Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Multi-hit game, and one of them was a dinger. That's a solid day's work for any hitter, and it had an impact on the outcome of this game. What else can you say?
Here now is our follow-on score. First for your victorious...